to let this storm be over before we learn that lesson. We can learn that lesson now, that because he's with us, we fear not. We refuse to be afraid. There is a fear that is sometimes healthy, fear that helps you to comport yourself and do the right thing. And then there is another fear that torments you and harasses you and make you kill yourself before your time. And most of you are facing that fear. Anytime you feel a cough in your throat, you are wondering, have I gotten it? You sneeze, is it here? The little inconvenience in your body throws your mind into a spin circle. If you believe he is with you in the storm, then why do you behave as if you are in the storm all alone? He is the one who told us from the beginning of the journey, let us go over to the other side. He was with us in January. He was with us in February. He was with us in March. He's been with us in April. He's going to be with us in May. He'll be with us in June. He'll be with us in July. He'll be with us in August and September and October and November and December and next January. He is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And he's always there. He says, why did you fear? And then the second question he asked them, how is it that you have no faith? Interesting question. So Jesus is saying, the reason you were afraid was because you had no faith. No faith produces fear. What should they have had faith for or faith in? They should have had faith that when he said to them from the beginning, let us go over to the other side, he had already determined the end of the journey, that they would be on the other side. They should have believed right from the beginning. They started with him and he had already determined the end. Let us go over to the other side. And each one in that boat was going to get over to the other side. They should have believed that in the storm. So I'm here to remind you, if you trusted God in January and you believed him in January and you are in this storm, go back to the God you believed in January. Go back to the God you trusted in January. Go back to the God you trusted in February. Go back to the God you trusted in December, when you said 2020 will be the greatest year of your life. When you felt God was speaking to you, let us go over to the other side. Now in the storm, you still have to believe what God spoke to you. A precious woman of God called Corrie ten Boom. Corrie ten Boom was a Jew, and during the Second World War, she was caught in the Nazi camp as a prisoner with her sister. And they went through a lot of pain, but after the Second World War, Corrie ten Boom came out of the Nazi prison and became a great preacher, a woman preacher. And she said something very, very precious that helped her when she was in prison. And she spoke it after she came out to help Christians. And she says, when you are in the darkness, believe what God said to you in the light. When you are in the darkness, believe what God said to you in the light. What does that mean? When there is no problem and God says, let's go over to the other side, when storm comes, you have to go back to what he said to you right from the beginning. So go back to what God inspired in your heart in January, in last year, when you had hope, when you had expectation. Don't say, oh, this is the end of my dream. That's not the end of your dream. Your dream cannot be destroyed. Yes, your business is going through turbulence. We are all experiencing. Churches are going through turbulence, but I still believe the God who spoke to me from January I want you to believe the God who spoke to you in January, who assured you in your heart. Some of you had great plans. You're going to get married this year. You still have to believe you will marry this year. Some of you believe that this year was going to be the greatest year.